Yeah, they've had to make do with a lot of changes, right? As said in the interview earlier on, having to just rebuild from phase one, essentially, right? From level 0, building up again around the new IGL. When I spoke with Hobbit, he was actually repping Nealon a lot. He says he thinks he's good and that he's got what it takes to make something of this team, but he acknowledged the challenge that they were going to have. In this round, gamerlegion teed up for a bit of an A-side retake. Nealon has made swift work of Hasteka as he tried to take jungle away. And Kioz still not known about. This is a very interesting bait and switch. The fact that Kioz is never even to be discovered over here in jungle, but it doesn't look like he's going to get much from it because the bulk of this retake is over at CT, and it's clean for the Mongols to open. Even though that flash comes in from Isaac, it doesn't matter. Everyone dies, and Kioz will get discovered eventually. That's a very good look in the pistol from the Mongols.
Considering the CT flash for gamerlegion, the numbers there, they have dual Berettas. You'd think they'd get the better of the Mongols there, but we have, you know, a lot of people call this team, and at least the previous team of the Mongols, you know, EU-centric in a sense, and we definitely are seeing, you know, some great moves made by the Mazino with a late peek after the flash. He knew it was coming. Some nice ideas for the Mongols have been shown in these recent few tournaments, so coming through with a pistol round now. I also like how they were shouting even then after the pistol. After these guys have had more LAN experience in Europe, they're certainly showing more confidence in not just themselves, but their gameplay as well. And that's been a lot of fun to watch, the growth of this core. Of course, a very different Mongols to the first one we saw at the end of last year. And that's, I think, the most surprising part, because when you lose players like Cabal, you lose Score, you lose Bartek, you think, are they really going to make another run? Yeah, they've got a shot. Yeah, they've got some new players who've got 20 or so HLTV games, but can they really take on the best in the world? Well, yes, is the answer to that question. It's incredible with such little experience.
Yeah, we can talk about this in a second, because my word, hang on, the pistols do find a good deal of success over here towards B. Nealon trying to pick up where his team left off, right? Getting a couple of kills in defense of the B site. But gamerlegion do need that one now to kind of propel them into the retake, and that's going to be it. Blitz falling over on short. Looks like it's given them a way in. Oh, 9-10. It's stylishly done. As he turns on a swivel, deals with both market and short. It's left to Acor. Scout out, and no love for him from Techno. The Mongols will find that conversion, in spite of that round being a 3v5. The pistol kills came in very, very quickly, but well handled, well traded, and the Mongols are on to a second. But yeah, you know, just to go back to their conversation and the changes, I think one of the things that's been cool for me as well is Techno, you know, back in that old roster, back when they were playing under the IHC banner, he was always touted as like the youngster that you had to keep an eye on. And I feel like you saw his level increase, but he never quite had like the huge star moments that you were looking for outside of, you know, a couple of nice moments like his 1v2 versus Cloud9 back at Katowice.
Yeah.
It's in this roster that it feels like there's a bit more of a limelight shot on him, right? And he's got a bit more room to flex that a little bit. Now he kind of has to be one of these stars.
Now he's not just, you know, the young star, but he's the more experienced player of the team, you know, alongside Blitz. It's just going to be a bit of a slaughter here. The Mongols make it clean, 5 alive, and bring in some hype here as we get into the first gun round. Gamerlegion. They are going to have Acor on the AWP, and that is, as I said in the pre-game, probably the most exciting factor on gamerlegion right now. Just this AWP potency for Acor, player who disappeared for a long time and came back with a statement at Paris. And don't forget that gamerlegion, you know, they made a run for the Rio Major as well, just falling short of a deep run by one match.
Yeah, that was one of the interesting things at Paris, right, was this idea of, like, are they going to miss out on it again, right? Are they going to fall just shy of greatness? But as we all remember, they didn't have any such issues in that regard.
Well, they fell one shy.
Yeah, still, okay, one shy of true greatness, but
they give it a go. Incredible honeymoon story. Well, not even a honeymoon, but...
No, it's a Cinderella story, isn't it, for the players, man? Like, they... showed up there believing that they could, but no one had any expectations that that's what you would get out of them.
Well, right now they are facing elimination here, and the Mongols have a 5-on-4 setting up for an A piece. We've got Blitz late from middle. He'll take some time to get in position, going in on an underlurk. He's actually behind Isaac. Nice shots, Mazzino. That is brutal. Triple headshot entry on the A side. Blitz will die on that underlurk, but it just does not matter. It's a preface to a save, and Hastek has gone hunting. That's an unbelievable triple entry for Mazzino. It's the only player they actually knew about in Palace, and they still get caught out on bench in the open.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty important for gamerlegion that they course correct this one early. I don't think you want the Mongols picking up steam because, well, actually, I'd love to get your thoughts on this, Hugo. The veto, I think, is pretty sick for the Mongols, if I'm honest.
Yeah, gamerlegion picking Inferno right as a death set.
I think that's so ballsy from gamerlegion.
That was the map, you know, the Mongols, when they were IHC, showed to be really, at one point, the only map that they could even compete against.
Yeah, it was like Inferno and then Nuke was probably up there, right? Like as one that they could contest on, but it wasn't as comfortable.
Games. Yeah, I'm you know, at a certain point, gamerlegion have been doing a couple of weeks of prac coming into this one, and I think they're worrying less about their opponents and more just, you know, doing as every team is saying at the start of a new season with a new team, with a new in-game leader. Yeah, we're playing our style, we're focusing what we're good at. You're not going to anti-strat too hard, too heavy. But it is slightly concerning, especially if the Mongols start off with a map in their pocket and all the confidence propelling them onto one of their best maps.
Well, in this round, we've just got the hero weapons.
Good luck.
Well, yeah, Kiosk was always in a bit of a bad way there. I do like how the Mongols didn't risk, you know, they could have just tried to dry fight that. They knew they had him boxed in, but they're smart with it. They used the util. Did he? No, he tried the wallbang. Acor was trying it. I don't think he hit anyone, but I saw health go down, and then we cut to him shooting at the ground. So, all right, Blitz. Backstab through the con smoke, and he's just dry walking it. This is a lovely ballsy call to have made. But
yeah, this is what Cadian was calling disrespectful. You know, a word I feel like some of the community misunderstood the context of, but this is evidence of it, right? It just means I don't care who you are. I don't care what I'm playing against. I am going to push smokes. I'm going to make the last kind of play that you expect, and man, does it work. It caught Heroic off guard. It's certainly done the same here for gamerlegion. Blitz is in his opponent's spawn, just chilling out.
Mongols have already won this round. It's already locked in. And so gamerlegion are just saving, going down 0-5. This is where, right, I'm really hoping in this next round when we have a bit more there for gamerlegion, we have a bit more to look at, that we're going to get to see that AWP board out for Acor. I want him to really start to exert a bit of pressure over this series, right? Make his presence known on that big green.
Yeah, especially on CT side Mirage, right? You're going to have a lot of options. Mongols have been taking mid, very keen in this game. It was nice to hear the credit from Cadian in the post-show last night after Heroic took down the Mongols on a 3-map affair, a hardcore battle, a series that the Mongols could have won in 29 rounds on 2, but just fell a little bit shy on. Talking about the development of this team and how at one point they were easy to read and Heroic didn't have any trouble with it, but here at this tournament, not only do we know how good some of these guys' aim is, looking at Mazzino with those Palace entries at 16 years of age, unbelievable. But even players, admitting that, okay, they are getting better tactically, they are getting more experience against EU teams. So, of course, we're seeing an upgrade and a development in their style. We've seen a lot of different rounds out of this T side already. Mid takes, A pops. This one's more of a set piece, and execute coming in.
Yeah, Nealand's going to be someone who's in a pretty important position here for gamerlegion. He wants to go unchecked. The more he can get from the sandwich, the easier his teammates are going to have it in the site. So he nails the first man in, but now they know about him. Right now the challenge kind of begins for Nealand in this position. The Molly's going to force him wide. And the support from Volt was coming in over the top of the stairs, but it's cancelled out quickly by 9-10. Acor's AWP arrives on the scene, but a missed shot. They know about it now back in CT. They don't know where Isaac is just yet. He's posted up over towards jungle. We know that Blitz likes this con walk smoke as well, so looks like he's just going to look to replicate that with a flashbang into the jungle. He'll try and take this space away. Mongols are looking for this one unknown man, and now they find him. They feel like this is set for it to be their round. Acor tries to deny the plant. He's going to get whittled down. Zeno will fall. But Acor is in no shape to win this round. If he holds and Blitz walks into this, he'll check for him. And so the orb save denied. Acor mopped up. And the Mongols still flawless in this game.
Unbelievable beginning to this map. There's no doubt about it here for the Mongols. And gamerlegion probably getting a little bit shocked to start this series 6-0 down. And they, the worry from the desk was maybe they'd come in, underestimating their opponent, thinking, hey, if we took Heroic all the way, what a gamerlegion. But it doesn't look like Mongols have come in sleepy into this matchup today.
So, when I went back to the hotel after the show yesterday, I had a little speak with Chad about this game in particular, because we were talking about it. Obviously not this game, like the Mongols versus Heroic.
Yeah.
And, I think that was the big surprise of the day, and I really liked one of the things he had to say about it. He loved that round with Techno, the one that Maniac did a really good job of breaking down on the telestrator, where he's up in heaven and he had the chance to win the whole thing. And he just said it's such a good example of pressure getting to someone. And he said, well, I've been in those positions. He knows what it's like. And he said he can assure us that next time they're given that chance, they will not falter, because, you'll remind yourself of the lessons learned from that Heroic game. And so I think Mongols were never in a position to underestimate anyone. I think they have to go into every single game, giving it their all. Yeah. And that seems to be the tempo that this team plays at.
Oh, these mollies. Acor, oh, he needs to kill him with a nade, and that's perfect. It's got him. Dead to rights. Acor gets trapped in under by a Molotov and an HE to kill him. gamerlegion, when they've gone underpass, they've been obliterated by utility. Patient now for Mizzino. He's very low, but they don't have a nade to flush him out from behind the boxes. He needs Techno support right now. gamerlegion getting curious, but this is a great mid-round move, knowing that they can clear the entirety of B by going through the underpass. Double setup. Kiosk first as he's low. They clear it out, and they can go back to top middle. However, they will lose the timing here. The sooner Mongols go into a bomb site, the better set they are for this. Are they going to boost window? This could go very wrong right now with this re-aggression from Isaac. He's not seen or heard a thing yet. But the shot, a misclick. Mizzino makes noise. And now Isaac has an inkling of what's going on.
This is so wild, though, because he's walking the bomb through lower, and gamerlegion now realize that this is a possibility, and this might be a timing that they missed. Nealon's coming back just in the nick of time. Yeah, once he gets this, the round is won, and that kill is coming right now. So there it is.
That's so awkward.
He's secured them there first, out in the apartments, getting the bomb away from the Mongols. And as Techno looks to make his way in, sure, that's a lovely shot. You can't take it any further than that. He just doesn't have the time.
You know what that is? That's probably him moving his mouse and hitting his keyboard, the classic, the flusher, and, fires. I don't know why else he would shoot in that position unless he thought he saw someone. And yeah, makes noise, and that literally ruins the round, because what happens? Nealon, who was flanking T-spawn, turns around off that information and goes back and kills the bomb. Otherwise, it was a perfect way to clear B for the Mongols, and probably a one round. Well, I say 1 round, 2 on 3 in a post-pod. The opportunity. The opportunity. But still, gamerlegion, okay, can't win them all.
That
it's expensive.
It's expensive at a time where you don't want expenses. You've just had to dig deep in your pockets in the recession if you're gamerlegion when you didn't need to. It's left them really limited in this round and for the future as well. So, a misbuy like that in response to winning your first round is actually a pretty bad omen, if we're being honest. Oh, and it gets worse, wouldn't you know?
This guy's crazy.
Zeno through the smoke. I don't even know what he had to go off of there to get that, right? Like, we just watched it from his POV. I don't know what was inkling through him to make him take that shot, but he nails it.
I mean, Nealon was spamming, but again, no traces. I've seen the AK win that fight out so many times at this event. Mongolz coming in through middle now. Mizzino backs up, doesn't overcommit and die on his own, but his team may not make it to the site with him. Acor picks a Stecker out of con. Blitz makes it in. He could sneak through right now, but the Orb's coming to challenge, and Acor's found a second Looking for the third kill. Repeak is danger now as he doesn't own this angle anymore. 910 holds for ticket swing and Acor crosses in. He's going to escape. Look elsewhere. A is plentiful with defenders, and so Mongolz go back to B.
I like how decisively Techno's moved here, right?
Yeah.
Very quickly changing his routing from window to wrapping up through short. And he will clear out Isaac over in the corner here on B, opening up the route to the plant. Acor's going to make it around, and that was the opportunity, but the bomb gets in. Techno crossing is silenced, and now 910's Orb's got to do it alone, but he's bested Acor in the head-to-head. Any more from the AWP? Just one man left to beat, coming from the market side as well. And Vault is deleted. An electric round from 910. The Mongols up on a 7. Unrelenting on this T side, and from the same spot that the Butcher did it back in Katowice. 910 now has his own legacy here on Mirage.
Oh,
a beautifully played clutch.
Yeah, they're putting gamerlegion on the bench right now. That's unbelievable. The blind shot as well, it couldn't have been better. He saw a leg on a jiggle. He knew exactly how high to aim to not get a leg shot off there. And Vault just peeks right into the orb. That's a sick clutch. These new players of Mongolz have been the most exciting part here. Mizzino and 910, barely any matches played domestically, let alone internationally on their EU LAN debut. Finding form like this. Keep in mind, folks, the Mongols are the second youngest team at Cologne, only preceded by Mongolz with an average of 1 year younger. These guys sit at 20.5 across the roster. That's a very young squad. What were you doing when you were 16? Beating up on major finalists? I don't think so. Good deed for Acor. He's been the one player we can rely on to any degree here in this map.
He's got the ball rolling in this one. But the Mongols never seem like super pressured, even when they lose a man, right? Like, they're not scrambling around the map to move into some A-side set piece. They still have their idea here, and they want to commit to that. They want to show this off a little bit. So they want Mizzino to make this contact out towards Palace. They want Blitz to get involved on ramp. They're trying to manipulate the gamerlegion setup. Up against the pistols, this can be risky, right? To have followed through with this fake into the A-site. But if you're gamerlegion, you almost can't wait at B forever. And Techno saw them leaving,
so smart.
but he didn't even take the shot. He knows they're falling for it right now. And Vault's flank, that's going to find a lot of impact, sure, but they've got to contest with the fact that they have lost B, and this was what the Mongols wanted. Don't get me wrong, they didn't quite want it to go down like this.
Yeah, even though it's the right call in the moment to get that free B bomb site, now Techno's regretting it because they're going to be ready for market control. He swings in, and he takes Isaac out. That molly in front of the smoke, they're going through. It's a ballsy move for Kios. Will anyone be able to punish it? Techno turns from the flash. He finds 2 more. The Butcher's back in the market, and he is cutting them up. Oh, a round for the Mongols out of nowhere. 2 on 4. They do it again. This team is so damn entertaining.
Oh, they are, aren't they? Because that's everything about that round is just ballsy from start to finish. Even the fact that they're down in that 4v5, and a lot of teams there, when you're up against the pistols, you don't want to overthink it. You don't want to overthink a round like that. You just want to play the firepower advantage, the clear firepower advantage that you have in that round. And so a lot of teams would have just grouped, gone through the motions of an exec, maybe had one guy, like scouting and probing, seeing if there's a stack or whatever. The Mongols, they play in an A, they draw the rotate away, and they've got full faith in Techno and 910 to clutch out the round 2v4.
What a mad move even to not take that kill on the rotator, because it's just a free kill. It's not like you're setting yourself, you're letting him walk by so you can trigger discipline and take 2. You are letting him escape only to sell your fake better on A. Sure, he didn't know his team were about to get massacred by Vault on that ramp play, but even so, that's such a heads-up move for the Mongols. And Techno, yeah, he does it again, and again, and again. 8-1. gamerlegion have used 3 tactical timeouts in 9 rounds of play. If that doesn't scream desperation, nothing will. This is their tournament life on the line.
Yeah, thus far it's not even really been a contest. So we need this round where like gamerlegion can feel like they found a bit of purchase over the game, right? Something to hold on to, something reliable, something they can look to replicate. And it feels like they're hoping the answer to that is in trying to challenge for mid a little bit more, right? There's a lot more attention put onto middle in this round. They're flashing each other in. They even landed a tag down through middle. I think that was from Acor's or finding Blitz down to 1 HP. And that is a good player to have brought down low, right? Blitz is someone who does like to be a nuisance and just looks to be a disruption to the opposition. So forcing a bit of respect out of him is good. Azteca with the little pixel gap. He knows what they're doing in mid, but there's one man walking up the catwalk right now. Volt could have this.
He didn't see him.
Azteca's seen him, and he's going to win that. Techno will fall down in lower in the meantime. Techno's not often lost that fight down in the lower tunnels, and considering Azteca knew that that push was coming in down and lower, that's a good one for gamerlegion to have won out. This has actually got all the makings of a gamerlegion round right here, and it's only going to get sweeter as Acor chimes in with this AWP. That's more like it from Acor. Now just 9-10 left in the hot seat. This guy has quite a few clutches to his name already in the game, though, and he tries to put another one to it.
Go on.
It takes almost everyone from gamerlegion to stop him. They will find their second round, and I've just heard them trying to get a little more pumped up. I've just heard a "let's go, come on" from down on the sidelines.
Yeah, I mean, it's now or never, right? You can't win the half, but you can recover the CT side with a big streak here from gamerlegion. Acor with some clean shots coming through. Volt looking a little lost there at top mid. He had Azteca on his screen and still didn't seem aware. It was like a double take, and by that point, you don't get a second chance. Nice round for gamerlegion, but it's not anything unless they can build off of it. It will be forgotten about as swiftly as it appeared. They must find a streak. They've had a clear game plan of abusing underpass as well, but with the exception of the previous round, it's come up for the Mongolz every single time. So Mongolz are going to be double set there. Nice mid-round push into the palace. Finds Mizzino. He has been a real problem on this A lurk. And AK now given over to Neelan as well means gamerlegion are fully armed in this round. They've been given an opportunity. Double swing in mid, but they've just missed the timing. Everyone's up con.
Oh, Neelan had his back turned to Palace as well, so that was a real free kill for 9-10 over on A. These timings are awkward in this round for gamerlegion. They've traded places with the Mongolz, but this is a trade that the Mongolz will take every damn day. They've got full site control. Techno does get a bit bloodlusty there over in window, right? Maybe overcommitting to these fights, but his teammates still own window and the jungle. Blitz! How do you make it look so easy, man? Turns on a dime. He's double swung from literally a 180-degree angle, and he makes it look like he was in full control from the start.
Honestly, these are looking like tier 1 aimers right now. Some of these shots that Mongolz are hitting, you wouldn't be able to tell their inexperience in the land condition for some of these younger players. We are seeing some unbelievable aim individually.
Look at the fights that Blitz got. One out the window, quick turn. Oh, there was a guy there.
It's so smooth, and everyone has had a moment. Mongolz immediately bite back, and this is what we said. gamerlegion, sure, your round's nice, but it doesn't matter if you can't build upon it, and they have been reset both times they've taken rounds on this CT side. Back to an eco, a halfie, and Mongolz looking for double digits. This is a statement. Fnatic might need to be fearful if the Mongolz can keep this up. Double apps push. 9-10 has nades out. He is in trouble. They're running him down, and he is not in trouble at all. Will be 1 for 1 though. 17-4 on 9-10, by the way. If you missed that, he's just come out swinging. Typically on the AWP. Acor, oh, he can barely see a thing. He just has to run away, but the Molotov lands, and they can jump in and chase him down. It's down to 2, both on B.
Yeah, they're in the right place at least. Chance to drop the bomb in the apartments now for Kiosk, but he's run down. The Deagle won't deliver. Neelan They know he's on short. They don't even have to fight him here, but Blitz wants everything.
I love that check from Azino as well. It's how he looks towards the back of Van. He just gets in the corner where he's safe from short and safe from sight and just jump checks it. It's, yeah, a little dangerous. You can get picked out of the sky, but I've never seen anyone do that. And he guarantees the info, yep, he's a Van. And you get to repeat that together with 2 players. So fantastic round for Mongolz again.
I think, you know, with 9-10, you can see that he's like having one of these games where it just feels like everything's going right. Even when he won that clutch over towards the B side, when we cut back to him on the player cams and he's just smiling away. He almost like can't believe that he's managed to pull this off. That's scary for Gamerlegion, right? Because you're up against a team that can feel they're just in their element, right? The shots are just hitting. It's a good day to be 9-10. So they want to try and slow his roll. Volt in this corner will go unchecked once more, but it's 9-10 to trade him out and take it one step further. Go on, son. He's in with 2. Now he's got them out into the A site. This AWP is the only thing here. The bomb only just arriving over at ramp. Techno is flanking all the way through B, so he's out of the question for about another 20 seconds. 9-10, as a result, has to hold the line. The pressure's not alleviated yet on the AWP. The fact that he's even attempting shots like that is wild. And that molly, combined with this slowdown from Gamerlegion, works brilliantly for Techno's flank. This guy loves trigger discipline. Even though in that game yesterday, you could argue it let him down. He loves trying to play the smarter game where not taking the shot is almost more impactful. And so he walks this in as late as he can. We'll get domed after 1. Might actually be a bit of a repeat round here for Techno unless Blitz can deliver. He gets them off the bomb. And in doing so, now fighting through the molly. He walks that one through for the Mongolz. Full faith in the man at the helm of this ship.
Who pulls 2 flanks in a post plant in a 3-on-2, Harry? Who does that? They're like, yeah, no, Techno coming in through B apartments late isn't enough. I need to wrap T-spawn and go middle as well. It's so excessive, but it's the last thing Gamerlegion expect. Why would you be ready for that? And yeah, the bloodlust is the right term. Techno, he's sick. He's made 2 massive overswings in this map, but they haven't cost Mongolz rounds. They keep getting away with it. They can't keep getting away with it. That's a sick flank from Blitz. And you have to be enjoying watching this because it's just, while it is sad for Gamerlegion, to some degree it's what we expected. Not them to get destroyed by the Mongolz, but this new team to have some teething issues, losing your star player, losing your in-game leader, and coming back in straight to the group stage of Cologne. They didn't have to grind through the play-in, so they're not even really as warmed up as some of these other teams. I think that's a place that, you know, really helps the Mongolz, having to play these earlier matches, get these guys comfortable to the stage they're set on. 9-10, 4.0 KD as he picks the other AWP. Nealon hits one through the smoke. They're up con, and they are low.
Yeah, Azteca might be screwed here.
Oh, I love that.
Nealon, yeah,
nice
making
move.
a play to get ahead of it and punish this one man that's stuck out in a forward position. That's the bomb in the window. 9-10.
Don't win this.
Yeah, he's had some great clutches. This one is asking a hell of a lot. AWP left up in it as he makes his way up the connector. Nealon will lock him out. And it's a big round from the captain of Gamerlegion. 3 kills from him. Nealon showing his worth there.
Yeah, he's an in-game leader that can frag, right? Obviously, a lot of people know him from EG, but prior to that, he was playing in a lot of CIS teams, mixes, and some decent teams have made runs. He's played alongside a lot of players that we have seen at Tier 1 from the CIS region, and he's helped a lot of rosters rise through the ranks. K23 is probably the big name of the team he's in for the longest time. So he's definitely an in-game leader with a good amount of experience in the Tier 2 online region of CS, which is hyper competitive right now. Mongolz broken here in round 15. Gamerlegion looking for 4 at the end of the half on this B rush. Volt's got a lot to do. These smokes are causing problems, and Azteca even bigger ones. Isaac's getting run down. He's low on ammo. 3 shots. Got to use them wisely. And right now, Mongolz are making this 3-on-5 work.
Yeah, back at the bench for Techno 4K. He's the man with the Galil. 9-10 repositions over towards short, and Techno is spotted first. Fed to Kios on his apps flank. Zeno will add one more to the tally.
Oh,
and there's
no.
9-10 with another blinder on the rifle.
Wow.
A crazy level being hit by this guy, and then a great supporting cast around him. For gamerlegion, really, we've kind of been looking at Acor to be the difference maker. Neelan's had a couple of nice rounds in there as well. But we don't have that hero figure to latch onto yet. Not in the same way. So this T-side's got to be where they pick it up.
Yeah, fast. I like the set piece for gamerlegion. They have that window molly, and wow, through the smoke goes Blitz. Isaac will punish that. It's a risky move, but Mongolz had to go for something here as they've conceded the entirety of the A bomb site. Now they're going to retake. 4-on-5 with one flash on either side. Acor will use his. Azteca throwing his over CT spawn. They're hunting down Techno in the window. gamerlegion with a lot of map control here. Surely no way to lose this round with a kit as well. Overswing for Kios. Not the end of the world here. There's plenty more players to pick out. As gamerlegion look comfortable, we need that full stick sooner rather than later. Azteca with 2 kills. He's on it right now. 9-10's trying to cover. They're going to get him off. They're going to tap him, but he taps back, and they win the pistol out of nowhere. I've said that so many times. Where are these rounds coming from? They can't believe it.
That is madness. And every time we cut back to the cameras, they almost look shocked that these rounds are happening.
They're winning 2v4s like it's nothing.
That is insane. Like, just the fact that it happened so decisively, and they win. Like, yeah, gamerlegion have got all the map control in the world. They own jungle, they own ramp, they have palace. They actually have every available post plant to play the bomb from, and they lose the round 4v2.
Yeah, there's some over faces there, especially the first one. Like, but that's a 3-on-5 and a 2-on-4, and they can't sync the peaks. The synergy is looking lackluster here for gamerlegion. Without a doubt.
There's almost that part of it for gamerlegion where, you know, you're just not expecting to get punished to this degree, right? Especially by such a fresh Mongolz team. It's not like, you know, they've had years of synergy themselves to build this up.
Yeah, you know, the desk wondered if the Mongolz would underestimate their opponent. I think it might be the other way around for this one. gamerlegion don't know what they've run into. 5-on-4. Acor's given them that at least, trying to flip it on its head with a force buy. They've got a flash and a Molotov to make this A hit work. It's going to come down to gunfights. Mazzino wins against the AK-47. It's now trapped up in Palace. Can they get rid of it completely? If they find Volt, it'll be lost up in the top, but he does save their souls with an important kill. Nice shot through the box from Acor. He's just going to have to carry them on his backpack if they want to win this round. 3 shots from the scout. This cover needs to be here for Volt, but it's not. And Techno's dropped the bomb. Another clutch round from the kid, perhaps, as Volt sits on 7. 1 bullet will do it, and Techno's got it. Let's go to Inferno at this point. 14-3. This is dominant.
It's so dominant, and the fact that, you know, you can almost feel it in how the rounds are playing. Like, gamerlegion, no round feels sacred, no round feels safe, and they, you know, if we're noticing the amount of crazy clutches coming out of the other side, gamerlegion are feeling that pressure too. And I think in that pressure, you're more likely to fumble, right? You're more likely to get lost, especially with a fresh squad like this. But man, you know, it's not making for an easy time for gamerlegion right now. To feel like you keep getting so close only to have rounds just stolen away, it's gut-wrenching.
Yeah, no, I feel for gamerlegion. This one hurts. Especially when we know the peak of these players, we know what they can do. But a new roster, not a lot of time to get acclimatized, and an opponent who, without a doubt, has a fire lit beneath them after they almost beat Heroic yesterday. He is open.
Oh, this is some like more signature wildness in the mid round, just up and leave B, but they immediately come back and replenish it.
Yeah.
Azteca just wanted to get his hand on one of the pistols available in mid. And I think when you've got a lead like this and you're in a 5v1, you can make those decisions. Acor flanked through the apartments, not just by one man, and hello. That's a good death pose right there. One of the better ones we've ever had.
15-3, Harry. I don't think, you know, anyone expected this level.
No,
from
this
the
is,
Mongolz.
dude, it's crazy and I never thought I'd be saying this, but it's crazy reassuring to know that the Mongolz can kind of do this, especially after yesterday's game.
I mean,
man, like just to see them digging deep and playing versus a team that I think there's more questions on. I think probably came out the worst of all the roster moves of the off season, or the ones here at least.
Yeah. Just because they, you make such a run and then you get your best player sniped and you get your captain robbed as well. At the same time, everyone's swapping in-game leaders, and given that gamerlegion lost their best player, I doubt that they were top of the market for in-game leaders. It's a hard one. Acor, again, has found an opener. Neelan's done him right by getting a double towards B. They're looking for the space, but it's all a fake. Bomb is going back. I like this call for gamerlegion, not overcommitting off of their entry. They can let their players lurk first. They are so split up. Even if they commit to B late, someone just needs to probe and find another player. Make sure they're not walking into a stack. So either they group back at A with Volt, or he goes first and confirms that, yeah, you have a 2v1 on B. There's ways for you to lose this round, don't get me wrong. The gamerlegion are trying to play it as safe as they can. Unless Techno grabs his kill and rotates out, it's really all going to be on Hasteka.
I'm nervous for Neelan that he could get naded, but it won't ever matter. He's actually leapt into the site, so the nade's not his worry. With Hasteka dead, and they know about Techno over here at B.
Nice.
It's a done deal for gamerlegion. They will pick up a fourth. They managed to walk that one over the line. Neelan does a good job over in the apartments, gets out with a double kill, and then even, wastes all that time at the end just to kind of safeguard the round. And with how problematic clutches have been in this map, I actually think that's quite a good service he provided to the team there. So gamerlegion with a fourth. At this point, you're kind of playing it to just salvage a more respectable scoreline, it feels like. You're not thinking about the comeback just yet. They're so far away from it.
But every time gamerlegion have found a round, Mongolz have managed to immediately respond. Will this be the exception? Or the end of the map? gamerlegion own middle, Mongolz keeping away from it. They have smokes ready to deploy a connector. 9-10 looking deep in towards B, spamming, and he will not miss a beat. This guy's on one today. The bomb's even coming this way. If I'm gamerlegion, I'm a little scared right now. He still has this balcony position. He's going to get at least one more shot off. Unless you have some godlike flash, I don't think he's going to miss it. If they dry swing this, they're asking for it.
Yeah, and he'll give it to him.
Oh, nice shot.
Volt deletes 9-10. It takes a lot to do it, but he manages to get them in. And Volt with some entries, a bit of pace behind this one, as Acor even adds another to the tally out through middle. Mongolz are already fully locked out of this round. There's no sense in even giving this 2v4 a go with how far removed they are. Acor hunting on the AWP. This is ballsy, and it probably won't pay off for him as he is removed there right near the end. Now the AWP belongs to the Mongolz, and suddenly gamerlegion kind of have to go hunting. They've got to try and get this AWP back, or at least just keep it out of play for the opposition.
Yeah, you don't want to lose too much, though. Even another player means they don't make profit on the round unless you have, a guaranteed kill, like a player lurking up a ramp right now. This, it'd be fine for Neelan to peek, I think, in this position, but Volt, they know about him. They're facing him. The wallbangs won't connect. Neelan may as well swing. This is the last thing they're ready for. Oh, he got the kill. He dropped the AWP. So that was well worth it for Neelan. No AWP saved here for the Mongolz.
I'm very, very glad that Neelan finds a way to make that make sense, because, Acor's hunt is, we'll say, optimistic with the AWP. Yeah,
nice entries for Volt as well. I think a player that wasn't on the tip of everyone's tongue, but was the second, star rifler back on ITB, obviously overshadowed by Cypher at the major, but definitely one with a lot of talent, a lot of prowess, so nice to see him having a crucial round. Kioz as well. Gets another opener here, and that was the rifle into 4 pistols on B, so they're going to run around the world. gamerlegion are waiting for these repeats. They're going to more than likely get them.
Yeah, this should just be farming the pistols. On the ladder. It sounds worse than it was, right? Like, Volt's not actually that low. He can sustain this. And the Dink, if anything, is just misleading for the Mongols. They kind of commit to a fight, believing he's lower than he is. So works in his favor in a very odd way. And gamerlegion, nice and easy up against the USP, and that one saved M4, able to find themselves another. Now 9 behind the Mongols. Still a ways to go before you're, encroaching on the comeback territory. But with each round, the gamerlegion set themselves in the right direction. You're getting more and more players switched online. You're getting them believing slowly but surely. And if that's going to reflect in these rounds, from Acor, from Volt, from Nealon as well, again, it's been instrumental as to why gamerlegion even have the 6 rounds that they do. If that's going to start to rub off down the ranks, suddenly it can start to feel like a very different game. The one thing you're never going to let out the back of your mind, though, is all it's going to take is one clutch round, one crazy opener from someone on the Mongols, because they're kind of all willing to get involved in that fashion.
Everyone has had their moments. AU still getting thrown, but this is a ruse. They're waiting for this underlurk before they commit. And Kios went back to check T-spawn, but now Mongolz enter it. Oh, this is dangerous for Azteca. Nealon was waiting for this, but the spray, it looks on. Azteca won't reface with the nade. That's a nice way to do it. And his teammate was ready to drop in off Cat if need be. gamerlegion forced to go. And with a massive entry, catching Mizzino out in the open. These are unprompted errors for the Mongols, and they're getting capitalized upon. gamerlegion with control now. This big flank is starting to come in, though.
Yeah, it gets a little more awkward with Techno falling. Blitz, sure, he's going to get out with 1, but he needs a lot more than that. 910 was kind of waiting for this to arrive. They put a lot of stock in this flank. 1 kill does not make it fruitful. 910 now starts to apply a bit of pressure to the back line, and the flash gets Kios off the angle. 910 falls to Isaac, but he can't complete the spray. And so 910's given a second chance. Acor is the man that's set up to win the round, though. And there he is, nailing his shot from the catwalk, posted with the AWP, giving the Mongols a taste of their own medicine as they get a bit tricky in the post plant, spreading out and playing around the bomb. That was the shot that Isaac hit to get this round going.
Jump spot, just going for info, man.
Damn.
I like how deep gamerlegion went into spawn there. They knew they were going to catch a B rotation, and they just chased Techno down coming through market. So really, really nice.
Okay, but this is also, even for the remainder of this series, like outside of this one map, I think this is a very important little growing stage for gamerlegion. It's good to feel warmed up at the end of this map, win or lose, right? And I think if it ended a lot faster, like it could have in this game, you would have never have had that feeling. You would have just kind of had to go away and psych yourself up for the second map. But now, they're all hitting their stride a little bit more. Everyone's feeling a bit more like their old selves. And that can matter. That can give you the much-needed longevity in a best-of-3 series. No doubt that these individuals are just finding so much more success on their own merits in these moments. So this one up against the Pistols, it was always meant to be a clean round. It looks to be one. Techno jump shot by Isaac. He gets out on 1 HP. He's got plot armor in like the last 2 rounds, does Isaac.
Him jumping, them jumping, doesn't seem to matter.
We've got a game on our hands here. It didn't look like we did to open. It didn't look like we did. It looked like the Mongols were just going to run away with this. But gamerlegion have got fight left in them, as it turns out.
It just hurts it's against 15, as you already said the other round, right? Mongols have called out their first timeout. That's a sign of the times, right? Showing how successful this game's been. But now they're finally realizing, okay, we may as well just take a breather. 5 straight rounds for gamerlegion after, we reset them every single time. Let's just end this here and now. They've got a double AWP on the CT side of Mirage, so it's a good buy here for the Mongols, but gamerlegion have definitely woken up, and it was about time. It felt like it was just Acor finding all these opening kills, all this impact. By the way, 6-0 on openers, 6 multi-kills for Acor. All of this was falling on dead ears. Now they have a shot, but they still need 7 straight rounds.
It would be a tremendous feat, considering it's not until this 5-round streak that they've even, put 2 rounds together consecutively. This is the first time they've done that in this map so far. All the rounds in that first half were just one and dones with the immediate reset. 910 playing around the con smoke, hoping that can give him an edge, something just to provide that 5v4 to the Mongols to get this game over and done with. On the smoke fade, he will get his wish. There's Kios in the connector. Missed shot from the AWP, and now they've got him boxed in. He's going to start to get spammed. Azteca will find one. Missed shots for 9-10. He's no longer in that same headspace he was earlier, where it felt like he couldn't set a foot wrong, but Blitz is. Nails two. Over at the connector. One step further for Blitz, and one final push to win this map. It's the captain to try and get it done, but he will get beheaded. Nealon out through short. Did he just get a glimpse of the window player? He looks aware. He looked like he saw something there, did Nealon? Is that going to be enough? Especially with Techno still holding on to this bomb from top middle. He knows about the man down towards lower. And now he's looking for the top mid crossfire. This is not easy for Nealon. There's so much guesswork involved in this clutch. Out through short he goes. Techno can find him right now. Nealon falls to Mazinho down at lower.